Good morning and welcome to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I am your host, Tim Elliott. I am joined, as usual, to my right, my super producer, Nick Steffens. Tippy top of the morning to you, Nick.
Tippy top of the morning to you.
Hey, coming up later on the show, Nick, I'm excited to talk to Lee Iben. We're going to learn more about everything Lee Iben in just a little bit. Not everything, maybe. First up, let's talk weather. We can hear
Crappy.
It. Yeah, it's crappy. It's rainy, but my goodness, we need the rain.
Yeah. It's. I think we just did a story yesterday or maybe today's paper about there being drought conditions. So
yeah, it is dry, and every bit of this is more than welcome. I think we're kind of in a little of a wet pattern here for a while, and we need that. But
Jade went to work at 4:40 a.m. this morning, and it was like apocalyptic outside between the smoke and it was weird. It was kind of scary. It felt like a horror movie.
That smoke has been something.
Yeah.
The wildfires from Canada, we all know about that. Tuesday, you and I talked before coming on air. Worst I've ever seen it because it smelled like burning everything.
Yeah.
It was just not good.
Yeah. Well, people in Mount Pleasant were like, "Oh, it's not the wildfires; it's people lighting off fireworks." It's like I think that's going to be a lot of fireworks for that to happen. But they were convinced. Seriously. They were convinced that it was fireworks. And they thought everyone else was dumb. They were like, of course it's people lighting off fireworks. It's right before the 4th of July.
My goodness.
And it was just kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I feel now I need to write a letter to the editor just to stir things up. I don't know. Crazy. Okay. Weather is 72 degrees currently and thunderstorms.
Yep.
The air quality says it's moderate.
Yeah, not a health risk. I think yesterday we did the calculation. It was equivalent to smoking 3.5 cigarettes.
Oh, really?
For being outside.
So not so bad.
Not a pack.
I mean, it's not like 2 packs.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome the rain. Local events. We have the Washington County Hospital Foundation has a pickleball tournament today. Now
we don't know for sure.
The hours are from 8 this morning until 6 tonight, but it's probably not real good weather for pickleball because I think this is outside, but we just don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
It may be postponed until it dries up. Who knows?
It's still on the chamber website, and that's where I just copy and paste from there.
But John over there at the foundation, he's got a lot of great ideas, so keep our eyes open for stuff that he's got going. I have yet to play pickleball. Anybody else here in this room?
I've played pickleball. It was like something we did in middle school, high school gym class.
Really?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden tennis courts are getting turned into pickleball courts, and every old person.
The old people took it over.
The old people took it
just
over,
like everything.
And so, but it was weird because it was like this is something I did, like against my own will in PE class. Like I never wanted to play pickleball. It was always I'd rather be playing kickball or some football game or something like that.
Yeah, I would have too. Because that's to me, it's a lot like ping pong.
Yeah,
but I think it's a little different.
But it's weird. It's not like tennis because there's like rules where you can't cross the line, and if you to like hit it, and if there's a lot of rules. You can't just go out there and start smoking it.
I don't know enough about it, but someday I'll make sure I pick that up. We also have the city of Washington among every other town. I think.
I just clicked the one.
The city of Washington. You can set off. Well, no, you can't set off fireworks in town.
No, you cannot.
The city is sponsoring their Independence Day celebration on the 4th at dusk out at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Great place to watch, but there's all kinds of places all around to watch the fireworks.
I'm going to do a quick search of what's the weather supposed to be like come 4th of July.
Yeah.
4th, 88 and partly cloudy. Not terrible.
That should work.
Like the storms are going to be gone.
That should work. So some people are going to have a nice long weekend. I'm not sure that I am or not, but I am going to enjoy Tuesday off. The police report, kind of a light report.
People are behaving themselves.
Yeah. So they're saving up to do all their mischievous stuff on Tuesday. We did have a Chihuahua running loose. Dog catcher
needed assistance with the
vicious.
Chihuahuas. I was chased by a loose Chihuahua once when I was in like middle school. It was nipping at it was quite literally nipping at my heels.
Okay.
It bit me.
Well,
they're ferocious creatures.
They must be. Sometimes Iowa City has the best ones. I don't know where this was, but some guy's wandering around a hallway somewhere with no pants on. He seemed to have lost his way.
Iowa City.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could have just been the retirement home, senior living.
We just don't know. We don't
Dorm
have
room.
enough information. So let's make something up.
Yep.
Somebody's fishing. Apparently that bothered somebody.
Well, no, they got a
Got a hook in the finger
yeah.
while he was fishing.
Which, I mean, if you fish, that happens.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever not saying this guy's a wimp or anything.
Call the police?
Unless it was a pretty big hook and it's all the way through, but
Oh,
just saying.
well.
I don't think I'm the
fish.
toughest, most macho man, but I probably would have just handled it myself.
Can't you just pull those out,
Yeah.
flip the end off and pull it out? I don't know. Somebody was putting a roof on and they found a bullet in the roof. Well,
It's quite the find.
those things happen.
Yeah. Well, don't know how it got there.
I have no idea. I wonder if it was from the inside.
That's why it was someone's cleaning and it went off, or was it a failed drive-by? What happened?
Not such a fun report. A little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Police report. I still think everybody's safe.
It's weird. As the producer of the show, I wanted the police report to be interesting.
Yeah.
But as a citizen, I know what that entails. So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, Nick, let's take a little break and then we'll be back with with Lee.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
When you aspire to be a dancer, you are both an artist and an athlete. Your strength combines with beauty and grace seamlessly. Your efforts result in enhanced coordination, the ability to cooperate and compromise with others, and the confidence to perform in front of an audience. Not to mention the fun you will have and the lifelong friendships you will develop. We are enrolling now for fall classes, and we would love to see you shine like the star that you are. Join us for Dance and Tumbling at Stairway to the Stars. Please visit our website for online registration.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Hey, Emily, what do sea monsters eat? Fish and chips.
Hello, and welcome back to Washington Live. We are powered by KCTC. I am your host, Tim Elliott. Well, today I'm joined and happy to have with us to learn more about Lee Iben. Good morning, Lee.
Hey, Tim. How are you?
I'm well.
Good.
Happy Mountain Dew Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I let myself have one of these a week, and today is the day.
The real sugar.
I have not had Mountain Dew for years, actually, but I'm a Diet Coke fan.
Did you see the news about the Diet Cokes?
Don't tell me. What is it?
The aspartame and like how it might be labeled a carcinogen.
It's probably why I like it, Nick.
I don't think there's anything good about diet. I mean, this is the real stuff.
It's
This is
real
what I grew
sugar,
up
so
with.
you
It's
know
like a Bud Light, right?
Well, let's not get there. Let's not go there. Lee,
Yes, sir.
I see Action Coast Campus on your shirt. Tell me what the heck is that?
Action Coach Campus. Let me give you the whole story. Do you have a second or two?
We have time.
We have 20 minutes.
Great. 20 minutes. Perfect. All right.
I can just sit back.
I'll run through it. That's
Hey,
right.
Nick,
Yeah.
just keep the camera on him. I'm going to sit back and let him
Sounds
go.
good.
There we go. When I Polly, my wife, and I moved to Iowa City in 1980 to go to the University of Iowa. And I knew I wanted to do something art-related, and I found out very fast that art didn't pay, especially in the Midwest, Iowa City area. Not the way that I thought I could make money. So then I started working for the Press Citizen, and I got into marketing. And I absolutely loved what I did. That was back in the 80s, 85, 86, 87. Working with retailers downtown Iowa City. I had the downtown beat, so I walked everywhere, got to know everybody. And back then, Iowa City, you did know everybody. I mean, you just couldn't go out of the house and not see somebody that you knew at the restaurant, at the mall. Old Capitol had just opened up. And then my career paths have always been directly involved with retail or business ownership. I worked for a while as a marketing director at Sycamore Mall. I worked for the Gazette up in Cedar Rapids, again, in print advertising. Did some things with Bankers Advertising in sales, doing the giveaway stuff that we all give away, the calendars, the cups, right? My wife and I, we wanted to have our own business, and we were kind of going back and forth what that should be. And just one afternoon we were talking, and my wife, she had a couple relatives who were in the dentistry field, and we said, well, why don't we go into dentistry? And
Yeah.
why not? Why not? Well, and I said, okay, I'll be the dentist and you can be the office manager. And she said, but Lee, I've got, more science credits than you do. Why don't I be the dentist and you be the office manager? I said, okay.
Wasn't that a good decision, Lee?
It was it was a very, very good decision. And the reason for that is because a couple years into dental school, so I'm working 3 jobs at the time just to make the ends meet. We have 2 little kids by now. And she called me over lunch and she said, Lee, I just took a brown bag info thing with Dr. Canellis. I think I want to go into pediatric dentistry. I want to specialize for 2 more years. And I said, why not?
You bet.
That was it. There was no heavy thinking on this at all. So she went another 2 years, and I thought, a mom who's also a pediatric dentist, perfect. Especially in Iowa City, perfect. Okay, so we did that for 20 years, and as we're doing this, and it's my own naivete, Tim.
Good Lord, that's a big word. I understand what it means. You said it eloquently.
Well, thank you. But it's like, I said, sure, I'll run the business. How hard can this be, right? And 20 years into it, talk about earlier, Nick, falling on your face. Yeah. Every way imaginable, we fell on our face. Just we had no business background. And there are so many times I had wished I would have had someone I could confide with, like a coach. There was nobody around. I did find one guy, not really a certified coach. So long story short, we made the decision to sell the business in 2018. So we sold it. And at that time, I was also selling life insurance. And my heart was still in this whole working with business owners. And that's when I found Action Coach. So I wanted to be a business coach. I thought, wow, you could actually do this. So I was looking on LinkedIn, found Action Coach. Action Coach started back in 1993 by Brad Sugars. He was an accountant from Australia. Really didn't want to be an accountant, but he had a numbers mindset. And he put together this system that every business owner has to follow if they want to be successful. Successful in the sense that at some point you can sell your business for a profit, you can duplicate it and franchise yourself, or just have a passive income. But there are defined steps involved to making that happen.
And it doesn't really matter what kind of business, right, Lee?
Not at all. Not at all.
It could be any business.
It applies to every business on the planet. We have offices in 80 countries around the globe. We have over 1,000 offices altogether and coaches out there. And this stuff just works. We just follow the system and it just works. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw one of my clients up in Iowa City before she became a client, and she's very science-based. And I said, the difference between us and everybody else is we actually have a system that works. She goes, oh, there's a system? I said, yeah, there is. That's what I like about it. So, Nick, I've been doing this now for about 3.5 years. Mm-hmm. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. In full disclosure, you have been our business coach now for a while, and although the transition can be like pulling your hair out sometimes,
right?
The stuff does work.
It does.
And we're making progress.
Well, the thing is, and this is true for all of us, it's a change in our mindset.
Yeah.
We're presented with new information, and we got this we got this down home, and I'm not downplaying it, but this Midwestern mentality where we give things away for free, and we're always going to go the extra mile. And these are great qualities, and this is why people on the coast love hiring people from the Midwest, because we'll work the extra hour. Mm-hmm. When it comes to owning our business, though, we got to look at things just a little bit differently. And most of us aren't trained that way.
Yeah, we just don't think that way.
No, we don't.
Lee, all good stuff.
Yeah.
So this will be good for any business. How would somebody get started with you? What would be a process? Would they, look you up on the internet?
They can do that, Tim. They can go to actioncoachcampus.com. They can email me, leeiben@actioncoach.com. And that's honestly the best way to get going, because what I typically do is I will meet with them for free. I'm not going to charge anything for the first time, because I really want to make sure that it's a good coaching fit. I want to make sure folks resonate well, right? Mm-hmm. Some people don't. Not everybody comes into the Action Coach Campus family
with that open mind.
Right.
Listen, I need to be open to everything.
Yes, right. And we do homework. We say, all right, before we get together next time, let's get this done. And when I say let's, I mean you, because I'm not doing it, right? Because I'm off to my next client. But when it works great. Mm-hmm. And it's been a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Good.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to take on more clients. So
Mm-hmm.
if anybody out there is thinking about this, it's time to quit thinking about it and just make the call, because that costs somebody nothing,
right,
to have that initial conversation with you.
Right. That's why I say it's Action Coach and not Think About It Coach. That's right.
Well, very good. Let's take a little break here, Nick, and then we'll come back. I've got a couple more things to talk to Lee about.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
It's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors. So call her.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. To my right is super producer Nick Steffens, as always, and to my left is my guest today, Lee Iben. Lee, we've been talking about your journey into business coaching.
Yes.
Been doing that for 3 or 4 years now.
Yep.
So somebody signs up. What's that look like?
That's a good question. I like to coach face-to-face. And I usually, even though I have an office in Washington, I have an office up in Iowa City in the Merge building. downtown. I prefer to go out to their place of business if they're okay with that. I like to get the vibe. I like to feel if there's any tension in the room among the employees or customers. I like to size the place up.
Case the joint.
Case the
exactly what I
joint.
was thinking.
Gotcha. Case the joint. One of my first clients was Adriana Contreras. She owns Adriana's Salon on the south of 6 up in Iowa City, over by the Pepperwood Plaza area. And she came on right as the pandemic started. And you're thinking, now, why would you need a business coach during a pandemic when we're all supposed to stay home? And she's like, Mr. Lee, you've met her. Mr. Lee, so what am I going to do? I said, well, we're going to remodel. The government has just given us a timeout, so we're going to remodel, and we did. We brought her husband in. He's a drywaller, and changed the whole look of the entire place on the inside. Looked like a brand new place after the pandemic.
I'm not sure you told me this story before, so that's interesting.
Yeah, then why not? If we're going to do something, let's do something. We're just going to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
And Tim, you know that too. As a business owner, we can come from a space of gloom and doom or a place of abundance. And I'm all about the abundance. Like, look, all right, so the world's throwing this at me today. How can I?
It's just an opportunity to go do something else.
Absolutely.
Get something else done.
Absolutely.
It is highly, and so you meet like once a week or?
Once a week or bi-weekly, typically. Okay. We bring our clients all together every 3 months for a quarterly planning session for 4 hours. In December.
Sounds like a lot, but speaking from experience,
yeah.
it's a pretty good time spent.
The last one we had, I had an hour worth of notes. So I thought we'll be out of here by 9:30, 10 o'clock, 12:30, something like that. It was just, yeah. But it's nice because we with the clients that we have now, we've built up a friendship among all the clients. And when we get everybody together in the room, they're all comfortable sharing. I mean, we shut the door and we intimately share things that are going on in our businesses and solve problems. Yeah.
All really good stuff. I can personally recommend that if you see Lee walking around town, and if you just want to talk, this guy will talk to you, and either take advantage of him or don't, but at least have a conversation.
Take advantage of him. That's right.
Because he's just got a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Lee, thanks very much for coming in.
Sure.
We have to do National Days, Nick.
It's National Drive Your Corvette to Work Day. And I do not have a Corvette.
I don't either, Nick.
Do you have a Corvette?
I needed to know this before, so I could have gotten a Corvette.
What about National Drive Your Limo to Work Day? Does that work?
Let's see if that's a... Is that actually a national...
I don't know.
Well,
it should be.
Everything else.
It should be.
It should be. And I happen to have one of those.
So, well...
There actually is not. We've always talked about starting our own national day.
We have
It
one.
could be National Drive a Limo Day.
Let's make a proclamation. Yes. Let's get a hold of Millie and let's make a proclamation. We should do that.
Perfect.
But national, not just one.
Yeah, we got to think bigger
gotta
than
go
that.
big.
Come on.
All right, let's go big.
I don't know how you do that, Nick. I want a full report by next Friday.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we have National Drive Your Corvette to Work today. That's awesome. But only if you have one.
Yep.
Okay, let's get off to as I'm on a tight schedule today.
Yep. So I'll make it quick.
Let's
It's
go
the
off to
birthday
the birthday
game.
show.
All right.
I'm going to put a celebrity whose birthday is today on the screen. You have to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you get it right on, you get 2 points. And then there's a bonus round at the end. Our first celebrity is Mike Tyson.
He's getting old.
Such a nice guy.
He is.
He is now.
You bite one ear off, and all of a sudden you get the bad image.
One little earlobe.
One little earlobe.
Is that why he's turned at an angle like that then?
No, he bit somebody else.
Yeah, other way around.
I'm going to say he's 54, Nick. That's my guess.
I'm going 67. I think he's older.
He is 57. So, Tim, you got a point starting out.
Just so you know, Lee, I never win at this.
Next up, we have Michael Phelps.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that he is 36.
I was going to go 42, but we're coming in, Nick.
He is 38. So
Look at me go.
You might win. However, you do get up to these leads.
Listen, I do not count my chickens or eggs before they hatch.
And then next up, we had our last famous person is Vincent D'Onofrio. Full Metal Jacket.
Isn't he in? He looks like the guy that was on like Law and Order Criminal.
I think he was on who wasn't on Law and Order at some point in their career, but I do think he might have been.
Okay,
Let's.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I am going to guess him.
Yep, Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
Criminal Intent. Yeah.
Good job.
Well, I never watched that show because I did not like his character. I just didn't. I'm gonna think that Vincent
Yeah.
has to be 62.
I was going to go 58 on this one.
He is 64.
Look at that.
Tim, you're at 3-0 lead heading into our final round.
I'm gonna have Lee come back every week now.
That's right.
But if Lee gets this right on, and you're completely off, Lee wins.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see this person.
Yeah.
It is Mariano Sandoval. He's our least famous person, so this is where double points.
What's he doing?
He's a chef, a Mexican chef.
Mexican chef.
I think he was on some cooking competition in Mexico at some point in his career, and that's his claim to fame.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm gonna let you go first, Lee, unless you'd like me to go first.
I would say 32 on this one. I don't know.
I'm gonna say I think he's 41.
Huh?
He is 41.
Boom. Tim, this is your day.
This is
Unbelievable.
Cue up Shakira. That's right.
That's 7-0. That may be one of our biggest victories
I
on
believe
this program.
That's
I have
amazing.
set a record.
That's amazing.
I do think you have. You went from arguably our worst.
There was
birthday
no
game player.
question about that. I was hands down the worst.
If we had trophies, you'd get one today.
There is no trophies here, Nick.
I'm sorry.
I will patiently wait.
Okay, I do have a back order on all these trophies. There's several people that I'm owed a trophy.
Well, very good. That was fun. It's always more fun when you win. Lee,
Yeah.
Iben from Action Coach, thanks again for coming in.
My pleasure.
Nick, thank you for all you do. Until next time, thanks for joining.